So what I'm going to talk about is we have the professional tools library that some of you may not use. So I'm going to talk about a couple things that I know I've used with clients this last couple months. The account modifier and combiner and the receivable transaction unapplied. I'm also going to talk a couple things about smart list options. There have been a couple things that I have seen that have helped some of my clients immensely. Maximum records, the credit debit placement, which I will show you. Reminders and queues. We can set up smart lists and put reminders on there for your homepage to kind of give you if there's something that you need to be alerted of right away. So I'm going to show you a couple of those, and then I'm going to talk about the process monitor. First one I'm going to talk to you, we don't have on RGP 15, we don't have the professional tools library loaded on there, so I'm going to show you screenshots of that, and then the rest of them I'll kind of go through and I'll show you actual demonstrations of some of these. So does everybody have people used it? Okay, good. See a lot of nods. I'm going to talk about the account modifier and the transaction, the unapplied. Okay, so maybe your company decides they want to merge two accounts together. They decided they want to add a new account and merge a couple different accounts together. We can do this with the professional tools. We can do this account modifier where as you can see here, we can put the account that you want to combine it to, and whether this be the new code or the code you just want to combine, you can just put it on here with the account and put the one that you're going to put it to and hit the convert, and it will put everything, all your open and historical information, so we'll transfer it right there. And you will want to do the reconcile to make sure your years are up to date, you have all the right data. Then we also have the modifier with the range. So if you wanted to combine a couple departments, all their account structure, you want to just put them all together. It just makes more sense for your company to put those together. You could have your starting account where you put the whole range of that. You put your account, if you want to put the 400 and you want to change it to the 500 series for your division. Again, hit the convert and hit your reconcile, and all your information for the years will update. The next one that I've used quite a bit is the receivable transaction on apply. So how many people have had a payment and they put it to the wrong customer or the wrong invoice or credit memo to a wrong person or wrong month? So when it goes to history, you can't unapply it. We have to, so with the professionals library, we can use this receivables transaction unapply, and you can pick your customer, you can do it by range date for your document or payment, and just pick that, and it's as simply as unclicking what you want to unapply, and then you can reapply it to where you need it to go. So it's a great tool. I've used it quite a few times in the last 6 months.
This is always SSA and with no one in the system, correct? After hours.
Oh no, you can do these. You don't have to have this, like this here. You don't have to be all out.
So the modifiers, the combiners and stuff, I think that is the case with a lot of those. This one actually is based on regular GPUs and security. So
this one could go in.
Right. Yeah.
So basically, you don't have to unpost anything. You just go in and it's going to unapply it to one, and then you go back in and reapply it.
Reapply it. Yep.
So how do you
Which is what we did, I think, for your case, is we unapplied it off the credit memo. All right.
I don't know if my people use this or not, but
what steps, how do you get there? Can you just touch real quick?
Yeah. It's on your home screen. If we have it, and usually everybody should have this. And if you don't have it, I think it's 2010.
2010 on,
that everybody should have it. So if you don't have it installed, we can surely help you with that and just go through all the different things. So we would have that installed. We have, again, it's really on your home page.
so GP 2010, it was, you had to add it to your shortcut pane. 2013 and on, they actually added it as a navigation button down in the bottom left of the window. It used to be charged. You know, it was one of those things that you bought a la carte or the entire package, you know, it's free and you know, can be installed or downloaded and put out there. So definitely available, but
Does the modifier in 2015 relative to shucks, was it inventory item modifier? Does it still have to have the commission button thrown off and be done when no one else is in the system?
the item modifier, yeah, I don't think any of the architecture for the way that it functions prior to now has changed or any of that. It's just,
so it still doesn't function if you have commissions
not that I've seen. I haven't seen anything referenced to say that that's part of it.
You still have to be logged in as SA like you did years ago, or is it if I'm a power user I have it, or?
I think it's still SA.
Yeah, quite a few of the activities, depending on what they are, it is that site that has to be logged into it. Now there are tricks to being able to make it so that you can get to it. There really are. You know, just the same way as like, you know, a normal user can't add a new user to GP or something. There are ways to get around that. So it just opens the door for some other issues if you aren't locked down on security for a while. Now the other piece that I wanted to ask you is just kind of ran into it recently. If anybody's been reserved on doing the pay transaction removal in the system, I just ran into this with another customer where their AR aging report is taking a long time because they have not done an AR pay transaction removal up to now. It's because it's based upon the open tables, all of that was compiling into one. If you have any reservations about running that utility and GP, that routine, this kind of alleviates that because the idea of doing pay transaction removal, if it's removed from the open table, then you can no longer unapply. This takes care of the historical transactions in that. So there's really no more reservation that you have to have about being able to do the pay transaction removal to help speed some things up out there.
Okay, no, that's fine. Did you have this?
You want
yeah, I'm going to. So I will. And then I just minimize it. That's okay. Okay. The rest, I'm going to kind of go through the slides, and then I'm going to go through more in depth on our system. So it's the smart list options. I'm going to go through a couple of those to show you just how you can set up your different smart lists. We're also going to talk about the reminders and queues. I just want to kind of show you these kind of pictures of what we're going to be doing, but I'll show you this in more detail. And then the process monitor. There we go. Okay, great. So we're going to go to I'm going to talk about the smart list options. You go to the admin. You go on the setup, right under the system. I think it's almost at the bottom where it says the smart list options right here. And you will need your SA password, your GPS, your GP system password. So you go ahead and put that in here. So this is really mirroring your smart list accounts. What I'm going to talk about today, so you can kind of see that these all kind of mirror. I'm going to go to the Caltrain Transaction. This is what I've used recently a lot. Where this is going to be under Smart List under Financial Account Transaction. So this will be all those reports. So how many times have you run a report and you need more than that 1,000 lines and you forget to change it to make it higher because GP has had that defaulted to 1,000. So right here for for this smart list, for all the smart lists and the account transaction, you can change the records to 1,000 or 10,000, whatever you need. And it's always, so everyone you have, it's always going to be there. You don't have to keep changing each one. And when you create it, so you can go ahead and do that. And I don't know if anybody's had this issue. All your reports and everything you do in GP, it goes debit credit. All your reports, all your journal entries, distributions. But in the smart list, it always is set to credit bill. So you always have to change this. So you can go into these defaults and just click on the debit. You can just move it up on your smart list, and you just simply do that. You just hit OK. Then you can go back into your smart list, and we'll just run a financial. Let's run this one. So right now, it didn't save, but it should be saving for the 10,000. Let's see, what did we do?
So the favorites that are already created out there maintain what's already set for them, Laura?
Yeah.
If any new ones created off the
ones,
asterisk version, that will pick it up further.
Yeah.
And always pick up that default.
Yeah, so sorry about that. So I can just save a new smart list.
Yeah, you could go back in and modify them and change it up it or whatever, but that default setting you were putting out there only affects the asterisk version.
Put it to my user ID. That's my favorite. So here we have the 100,000. I kept that, and you will see that my debit and credit has changed, so it matches your reports that you have within GP. So it'll match everything. So when you're looking at reports, you're comparing them, you're seeing the same numbers, because I've seen people get mixed up because it's the wrong side. So that's the two little tricks on those that I had for you. Now we're going to talk about reminders and cues. So we can set up another smart list and give you, it has reminders and cues, so it comes up on your home page, and it will tell you there's something that you need to kind of keep track of. It'll be on your home page, and it will remind you of what you need to look at. What I'm going to show you here is if you want to set something up, if you want to set people go into your AP or AR control account, they do a journal entry. It's not a source, it's not a payment, it's not an invoice. They just do a journal entry. So you want to kind of maybe keep track of that, because at the end of the month, you'll see a journal entry was accidentally hit to the account, control account for the AP and AR, and that usually means you're going to be off reconciliation for some sort of reason. So what I did here is I set up a smart list just by the account number, and this is for the AP control, and I set it where the source document is equal to the GL. So I want to see when a journal entry, JG journal entry. So I want to see when that's going to, when that pops up. So I want it to pop up. So I'm going to go ahead and I've already saved this, but I ran it, so I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it to my user ID because I want this to come up on my home page. So I'm going to, on this button down here, I'm going to add it. Instead of adding to favorites, I'm going to add to favorites and reminder. So when I click on there, I want it to greater than 0. So I want the number of records. I want it to tell me if somebody's gone in and put a journal entry. I just want to know the number of times, so it reminds me and it shows me. And I'm also going to put display as a queue. So I'll hit OK for that because that's going to put, and I will show you, we'll change a couple other ones here. This is going to give me a notification on my home page. So when I log in the morning, I can see if there's something's happened the day before or whenever. I can check on that instead of waiting until the end of the month and then trying to fix it. You can kind of catch it right away. So I did this for AP and AR. And then you can also do, like, if somebody set up a balance sheet account. So if you look here, I put these balance sheets. So I put this up for the main account, for the balance sheet account from that range, and then I put it, the posting type, that it's not equal to the balance sheet. So it's equal to the profit and loss. So I kind of put that on there. So I will save this as my favorite, put it on my personal user ID, add again, and add favorites and reminders. You want it to be greater than 0 and display as Q. And, okay, and then I will show you. We will get out of here.
Come on, here. Can you come up to the blue bar right up to the top? There you go.
Thank you. Okay, so I will just kind of refresh this. I will go back to the HR. I'm just going to kind of, so it refreshes itself, my home page. So you see right here, it's telling me that I have a balance sheet that's gone. It's not as signed up as a balance sheet. And I have an AP check. That's my, what I named it. I have an AP. I have something that's gone to my account distribution that I don't want as a journal entry. So I want to look at that, make sure it's right. So, usually it's not, it's an issue that you want to look into and make sure it's correct, so your reconciliation will be correct. Yes.
Is there something you can do that's similar on the bank account? Many times we'll reconcile the bank account under the module but then we'll go back to general ledger and it won't equal. Is there a smart list where you can do something similar to that?
Yeah, we can. I don't know if one's like off the top. I mean, we could probably, we could create one, a smart list that we could maybe combine those. I have to. I don't know. You guys have any?
What about the checkbook balance inquiry screen?
Yeah, I guess I can do that.
You could set that up. You could add the checkbook inquiry screen to the quick links right below.
Where?
Yeah, go to the financial page.
On the smart list?
No, not that one. Let's just go here. I think the quickest way to see if your cash GL account balance and your checkbook balance are imbalanced is to go under the inquiry. Go down to checkbook balance.
Yeah.
And so we could set this window up in the quick links on your home page, and you could just kind of click on that every day and look at it. Because that's, yeah, go ahead and pick one. Assuming that all of your cash transactions are posted right there, your current checkbook balance and your current cash account balance should. That's what it gets.
Okay, I was going to talk about the process. I was just going to real quickly. Does everybody know what the process monitor? Does everybody use that? I just want to make sure we. So if you go under the financial, this is just to tell you if you go down to the GP in the process monitor, you can click on there. If you ran a aging AR, and you ran it, we don't know if it's actually been run, and you hit it again, and you get impatient, you hit it again. There can be 3 or 4 reports on there, and so if you're not sure, you can go right to here instead of kind of clogging up your system with all the different reports because you're not sure if it actually ran. Because some of the big reports, it will just not do anything. It will be kind of a standstill until it's finished running.
Yeah.
So this is right here. I've seen a lot of them where they've clogged up the entire page here and it's clogged up the system for a little bit. So they've all been able to process through.
Yep. So how many times have you guys hit the print button 3 or 4 times? Because it's not, you don't think it's doing anything. You can't tell. It's like, what's happening? What's happening? So here it'll